Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Animaze by Facerig. Animaze has been with us now for about a year, and with that there's been some evolving with the interface and the settings that Animaze has brought to us, the user. So, with the exception of other avatars, I thought it'd be a good idea to have a look and review Animaze with what it's like now towards the end of 2021. Hello and welcome back to Animaze. So, in regards to what's going on with Animaze, you can see there's been quite a difference here compared to the launch version of Animaze in regards to, well, generally the interface. So I thought it'd be a good idea to take a look through the interface and go through it end to end, as I did in one of my previous videos upon the launch of Animaze. So when loading up Animaze, you're given the option straight away at the top left hand side to check out your avatar. Now I'm using the nice big bear. I do like him, he is big, he's got a lovely range of colourful shirts. Clicking on avatars will show you the avatars that you've got in your section. What do I mean by that? Well, these are avatars that you might have had previously from Facerig that have been imported in, and ones that came with the Animaze experience when you first purchased it. You can also see you've also got good old Team Fortress 2 avatars as well that have been put in. So if you like streaming as a big old guy with bullets, then that's for you. Heavy weapons guy, that's the fella. You're also given the option here as well for a little bit of texturing, diffuse texturing, what you can upload and what you can generally mess about with to customize your avatar even further. The other avatars available, something particularly topical for Halloween coming up since we're in October at the moment, and you can see I've got a background put in as a gaming chair with a green screen. That would allow me to superimpose this via Streamlabs OBS or other streaming software, or to put it into a video post-production, for example, like say in Video Studio and other tools like that. We can also adjust the skin colour and skin tones of our avatar as well, or pick something a little bit more inhuman. But generally the blue, the cold, the default skin colour for this particular vampire I think is quite good. But if you want to make it a little bit more human or, I don't know, evil, devilish, then perhaps you could go for a reddish hue. Looking at the eyes, you can change the eye colour as well. You can change the head side and make it a little bit more, either a little bit like Beetlejuice with the shrunken heads, or you can enlarge it to make the head be a bit accentuated. And also with the eyebrows as well. So the customization has been brought in and is a very more, I think, simplistic version of things and easier for somebody who needs to stream on the fly to use. So you can change the hair colour as well, you know, and also got a multicolour. Let's go for a little bit of pink. How cool is that? Look at that. And you can shrink and zoom in your avatar's body as and when you want to. The nose size can also be controlled. Look at that, what a beak. And also, if you look at this particular option, with the nose, let's scroll it down, you can have a really small one as well. But I think, you know, big accentuated features do make all the difference. Another great feature with Animaze, which would have been there in the original feature set, is the ability to move and rotate your avatar. Now, hold the control key down on your keyboard and hold the left mouse button. Allows you to move your character around the screen like this to get a decent positioning. Perhaps you want a bit more of the background on display. Up to you and the positioning. Using the mouse scroll button, you can zoom in and out to, again, enlarge your character. And also holding the right mouse button down, you can rotate them as well, which might give you a better aspect if you're using things like props or, hey, you know, having a go at that nose on that vampire. Or perhaps you just want it just a little bit off center, which is a good look for our count. Again, what you can do with backgrounds, which is, here is the background section, is you can put a background in. Now, at the top you can see the ones I've been playing around with. Here is a train station. quite topical. Perhaps you want a vampire to be reporting, newscaster-like with some other embellishments at the bottom of the screen. That could be for you. And then zooming in and out allows you to position your character as well. You can also use lights. There's some preset lighting as well that can add a little different hue or version to the background that you've got. You can also color your lighting should you want to, perhaps make them a little bit more spookier. And it's all about choosing the right lighting for the right background. So let's go don't save on this and pick something a little bit more spooky, for example, for the count. Let's have a quick look. What we got in the shop? Nothing really. Other backgrounds. Let's go with Sunset Road. So here's our vampire driving down a nice sort of Miami retro 80s theme. A little bit of a nice virtual background we've got going on here. And you can see how using light, as well as the light from the background, can really accentuate the experience. Let's not save that. You can have a full green screen, but just imposing and using chroma key in other tools like Video Studio, or if you're using, other tools as well, like Streamlabs OBS, does make the feed a little bit easier. And I'll be talking about the updated Streamlabs OBS experience a little bit later in a future video. So let's go to something a little bit not so gearish on the eyes. And I think we'll go to the pool room. Because why not? We'll change our avatar to someone a bit more accustomed to a pool. I don't know. Let's go for Bruce Chumpster, our favourite shark. Let's make Bruce a little bit bigger. Position him on the screen. There you go. And again, in the avatar, you can change his colour and colour hue and how you want his body. You can have his tail size to be small, tail size to be big. You've got flipper size as well. And also what you can do, as is mentioned, is use the emotes. And each character has different emotes. Q on the keyboard lets him wave. It's going to be different for everyone. W makes him point to himself. And E, hey, the I don't know. So here's Bruce. Great, fantastic. Again, we can modify all that. We've got our backgrounds, right? Okay, we went with our backgrounds with Bruce. We've also got the option to have props. Now, Bruce has a prop, right? He's got his little squid down there. But we might want to have a party hat on him, okay? Now, with this particular model, things on the head aren't going to fit really well because the shape of his head. So perhaps we'll change a different avatar. Let's go with Fluffo the Fox, good old classic character. He's also got a little bit of headgear on there as well. Into props, into party hat, and there's a party hat on his head already. So let's move Bruce down a bit. It's not Bruce, Fluffo. Again, move your character around the screen where you want him positioned, and also use a bit of rotation as well. You've got the X positioning of the actual prop, which is the birthday hat. Let's just move it so you can see the hat, and you can see it there from the side angle. Rotate it round, and you can put it on the slide. You can tilt it perhaps. Again, you can rotate it, and you can move it backwards and forwards with X positioning. You get the general idea. You can also change the textures, and another great feature as well, you can change all the different coloured scheme of the particular item. Getting away from the birthday hat, don't save, and going, say, for a flying helmet, you can see immediately you've got a problem. The prop is too small for the particular character. So using the size, you can then move the flying hat so it doesn't look too out of place with his ears poking through. And I think that's quite a good effect. Again, you can also accentuate it with whatever colours you want to accentuate the hat with, and also go around the rotational axis and use some additional textures should you want to mess around with the textures. Quite frankly, I think it looks all right default, to be perfectly honest with you. But it's totally up to you. And props are a good way of just instantaneously customizing your character. Right, so there's our Fluffo the Fox. Let's move him up so we can see him and enlarge him a bit. Okay, next up, we've gone through hats. What is next? So, not only have you got hats, you've got the ability to have glasses, you've got headphones. Good, nice set of headphones there, look, over his hat. Again, it's all about positioning. And then moving back, we can save that. Perhaps give him a bow tie as well, or a bow in his hair. And if you want to make that, say, a bow tie instead, it's all about positioning. So let's move it forward, put it on the side, rotate it, Y positioning. You know, you can see right at the bottom down here, perhaps this character isn't best suited for something that would go across his mouth. But you get the general idea. You can move these props wherever you want them. So we don't want that. We don't want to save that. Okay, so you've got the ability to have glasses as well. You get the idea. You've got comedy moustaches and holdables. Holdables, I think, are quite good, especially for a character that has paws or hands. Let's have a look. Silver microphone. So he's got a microphone in his hand. Great. Not that hand. The other hand. But it's the wrong way round. What's going on here? So again, we've got the ability to rotate it so that he could hold it in his hand. And when we press the emote, he's got a microphone in his hand. Some of these props do work better than others. You know, you get the idea. And this would be really good if you're using something like a prop for karaoke. Another thing to note as well, in regards to props, there's also the shop option, as there is on the background, and as there is as well, as you can imagine, with Animaze Avatars as well. You can go to the shop, yes, we'll save our changes, and go for ones that have been done by the community or made by Animaze themselves. I mean, Doug the Hot Dog. What a character. And you can see you can't just use these, they've got an Animaze watermark all over it. But if you want to buy that, you can just say, hey, yeah, I'll have that. And you can purchase it with your coins, depending on how many coins you've got. Again, you can change his body and textures and then bounce back. But there are all different ones as well. We've got Anubis here, very sort of like Egyptian mythology, perhaps a little bit of Stargate. And other comedy functions and features as well, all depending on what you really want. The same goes for backgrounds, although there's very few backgrounds there you can buy at the moment. But with props, you can see into the shop aspect, you've got horns. You know, you can see you've got the horns there. You can see what they look like on your avatar with that watermark as well. Just that additional bit of customization. Don't buy. But if you scroll down, you can see there's loads of things that people have done as well. Funky hats and the whatnot. All depending on what you want to do. If you don't want to buy anything, click don't buy. If you want to spend some of your hard-earned coins on that, then you certainly can. And whatever you buy down here will be deducted from the total you've got at the top right-hand side of the screen. Okay, moving on. Next, as you see, I changed my avatar to a lovely dragon. You have the option of using voice. Now, this is something that originally I had quite a bit of problems with. That was down to the setup of my own PC. But you have the option, and it's a great option, to change your voice on the fly and pre-record something. So, for example, we've got something very demonic. If we click demonic and then press play.
Animaze. Animaze. Animaze.
Not sure if you heard that.
Animaze. Animaze. Animaze.
Okay, so we're going to try this now with our own voice. We're going to go with demonic, which is very...
Animaze. Animaze. Animaze.
We're going to choose a voice. For example, some work better than others, I have found, to be perfectly honest. The demonic one, which is this one, didn't work very well for me, but we'll try it anyway, and I'll just show you what I mean. So you can record with your own voice, click on record. Hello, this is Ricardo and welcome to Animaze. So I've recorded my sample. All right, let's go to settings. That didn't work quite well. What have we got here? Using my Yeti microphone, which is great. The output volume, let's try that. You've also got the option as well to hear yourself. I've turned that off. That can be a little bit disrupting, but we'll put it on in a minute just to show how things are going. Right, okay, let's go back. So, you basically heard what I was saying. Though if you go to robotic, record with my own voice. Hello, this is Ricardo and welcome to Animaze with the robotic voice test.
Hello, this is Ricardo and welcome to Animaze with the robotic voice test.
So you can see how it's actually working. It's taking my voice, it's going through a modulator, and you have that facility to change your voice and record a clip. Shit about that demonic one, really. I'm going to see if I can get something else working there with my output volume up right like that. I'm not going to do anything else. My input device is all set. I'm not going to install a virtual sound card. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's just see how it works now. Here we go. Demonic. Record with your own voice. Hello, this is Ricardo and welcome to Animaze. This is a demonic voice test.
Hello, this is Ricardo and welcome to Animaze. This is a demonic voice test.
So, as you can see, some work better than others. Anyway, it's a good facility and I think it's built in. You can also go to the shop as well, and there's a few other ones that you can go in and test. Again, like I said with the voices, you can go in and you can go to settings and you can hear your voice as you're... Okay, that was the ability to change your voice on the fly. We've also got emotions as well. So what I'm going to do here is we can see the emotes that we've currently got. So we got wave in, we got thumb up. That's quite a good one. And depending on how many emotes you've got, what you can do is you can then put your emotes into different slots. Right? There's a good slot for 3. Look at the money above his head. Good if you're getting some sort of monetization, say on Twitch. These are quite good. Again, pressing number 4 doesn't seem to do anything. The love. Oh, there you go. Look, we've got kisses coming up behind him. They're not very big, unfortunately. And a bit of confusion. And you can assign these emotes to what you've got on the top with the keys listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's 6 slots that you can do as well. We've got a bit of money raining. So that was preloaded emotes that you can put onto your character to help embellish the experience a little bit further. Okay, animations. So these are the keys that we used in previous versions of, say, Facerig or Animaze. Pressing Q, our guy waves. W, thumbs up. A shrug with E. R gives him a no. And T, that's quite a good shake of head. Look at that. It's quite, ooh, I like that one. All right, so that's where we are with animations. And you've also got poses as well. Puff cheeks. So let's go in here, press Y. Sort of a... Again, good stuff. Nothing in the shop so far for these. But these are predefined options that change between avatars. So if we go to, oh, I don't know, let's go for our wrestler, you see. Again, Q, we've got those options. And there's our animations over there. Muscle flex, we've got hello, we've got okay, we've got the shrug, but here's one is the muscle flex, which can be quite good for gaming as well. Quick scenes is a function where you can quickly switch between different avatars, different options as well. If you're doing a recording, you can put these together like a sort of video editor. I haven't used this particularly very much. Personally, for me, I like to do all my stuff in post-production and use Animaze that way. What I found is lip tracking and head tracking is working a hell of a lot better, but that's also a lot to do with the light that you've got in your recording environment. So light is a very important thing to look at. Taking a look at calibration over here, if we click on calibrate, there's my ugly face. We'll start calibration. Keep still, scans your face, picks up on the points, the nose, the mouth and the eyes and your head positioning, and then you're going to get an even better experience inside Animaze. So that was a quick look through the new version and new interface to Animaze. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you found it a bit useful. This was Animaze 2021 October, the new interface look through. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon and check out for more Animaze videos and functionality tests in the future.